Peace. So I have a few minutes before I go in today and wanted to talk about how we are living in a thought form dream world, right? Every single thing was a thought. Every single thing that you are using, every single thing that you are driving, every single thing that you choose to have in your space was a thought. There wasn't a special person chosen. There wasn't an individual that did better than us or knew how to do things better than us. There was just an acknowledgement that this is my thought and this is what I want to hold tangible, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And so right now we're currently living in a space where some of us are living in a space where we wake up every day in other people's dreams. And those other people's dreams assist us through our journey, right? However, where is yours? Where is your tangible dream? Where is your tangible thought form? Where's the energy that you have placed in that same power, knowing that you too can generate and alchemize something, or pretty much nothing in the aspects of thought, out of something, right? Now you hold it tangible. It's now something. What's done in the dark comes out to light. And meaning what's done in the dark, what's done in the shadow aspects of oneself, what's done in the unseen realm of oneself has no choice but to come out into light. It has no choice but to form itself. Now the problem is we're not directing our energy and that thought form into the direction of something tangible, because we're waking up thinking that somebody else's dream is better than ours, and we don't give ourselves the attention and the affirmation and the acclamation to be able to know that we too have the power to begin to maneuver ourselves in a way that we can have something tangible in our lives, and that somebody else in this earth could use and benefit from. So oftentimes it's not about the lack of not having the tools, it's the lack of self-confidence, the lack of self-worth, the lack of awareness, the lack of self-actualization, the lack of transmuting energy, the lack of alchemizing energy. And it's not so much that you're not doing it, because everything is energy, right? So you're already in this creative mode, but you're in a creative mode waking up for somebody else's energy field and somebody else's dream. And like I said, we are a collective. I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. We are a collective, and when we're a collective, there's nothing wrong with using other people's ideas and thought forms in order to propel yourself into your life. Everything that you see behind me, everything that I'm sitting on was somebody's thought, and so when do we begin to take initiative to sit back and realize that we too have the power and the creative force that the Creator gave us to be able to create things, right? And when are we going to take the initiative to finally sit back and be like, oh my God, everything that I've already been wanting, I already am that. But it's just that we get caught up in the monkey mind that wants to take you to and fro, that we don't have the capacity to begin to sit still and ask ourselves, where am I directing my energy? What am I surrounding myself with that is not allowing me to go towards the thing that I desire? There are many parallels in this lifetime. You already exist in that parallel. The only thing is that it's waiting for you to show up in an energetic form, meaning a lighter form, right? And oftentimes we don't realize that mind and heart coherence go hand in hand. So when you have a heavy heart and your heart is not as light as a feather, then the mind too is also weighed down. And so there isn't this beautiful exchange of energy and this momentum that's moving. There's kind of like this shattering of a field, and there's this what's like a blockage, so to speak. There's another word that I wanted to use, but there's like a blockage that is not allowing the momentum of creativity to move through you, right? That means the right side of the brain is shut down. Not to say that we're not using it. I love being creative, which is why now I decided to start going back into my piano lessons, right? And I want to start getting back into my abstract paintings, because that allows the left and right hemisphere of your brain to begin to be fluid with each other. And that in return also allows you to be centered again. You know, oftentimes we're in a very logical way. You know, everything that we do in our dominant hand with the right is always activating the left side of our brain. Now you should start doing everything with your left, so you can start activating the right side of your brain. And I promise you, if you are right-handed, dominant, and you use your left hand, you're going to notice how hard it is for you to do the same thing that you automatically do with the right. That goes to show you that the right brain is not activated. So in order for things to move in our body, and in order to get ourselves reprogrammed again, we have to do different things and not the same things that we do on a daily basis. If I am always using my right, I am now going to always use my left. If I'm always making a right turn, now I'm going to make a left turn. And that is just a metaphor, all right? So yes, and I think when you sit back for a moment and look around you, and you begin to digest the fact that someone just as human, yet magnetic and energetic and electromagnetic and, you know, infinite, created all of these things and is making money off of it. You bought it. You know, everything is a frequency, right? Money is currency. That's why they call it currency, because it's a current, it's a frequency, it's a vibration, right? It moves, it's fluid. And so there is no one set way, and there is no one tier when it comes to currency, aka money, right? But you yourself have to be open. Your microbiome, your gut has to get back into that intuitive nature. Your heart has to begin to, you know, it has this electromagnetic frequency. It's kind of like your breath, where it's constantly just beating and emanating, right? But what exactly are you emanating? And you want to know what you're emanating is your surroundings. What do your surroundings look like? What are you aligning yourself? Because we're always aligning our perfect match with jobs, relationships, you know, business partners, our you know, situationships. Like what does this look like? Are you satisfied there? And if you're not satisfied there, don't blame the external for not giving you what you want. You have to begin to take accountability for your own energy field and what it is that you yourself need to begin to do to allow yourself to move, right? To be lighter, to be more fluid. And a lot of that is going to have to be accountability and not playing the victim in this beautiful world that we live in. You know, begin this morning with gratitude, and begin this morning with, you know, realizing that your body is on automatic pilot. You don't have to think about breathing. Your heart doesn't have to think about beating, right? Your eyes don't have to think about being able to perceive something at a certain light frequency in order for you to receive information. It's already doing it for you. What you have to be aware of is where your mind is going. And if you're using it as a slave or if you're using it as a master, right? And it doesn't have power over you. You have power over it. You just have to choose yourself every single day and be extremely intentional with the energy that you are emitting. But everything is always internal first. Everything is not happening to you. It's happening through you and then happening for you. Everything around you is what you are choosing, whether subconsciously or consciously, right? All right, see you guys on the other side. Have a beautiful moon day. Peace.